I am tired of living in an economy that makes ordinary life feel like a constant emergency. Every day I wake up knowing that almost everything costs more than it should. Food costs more, rent costs more, transportation costs more, electricity, phone service, medicine, and basic household supplies all keep rising. It feels like the price of being alive increases every month, but the value of my time stays exactly the same. I try to be responsible. I look for cheaper options. I wait for sales. I cut things out of my life that other people might consider normal. I think twice before buying something as simple as a meal or a new pair of shoes. Even after all that, I still feel like I'm falling behind. Saving money has become almost impossible because there is always another expense waiting to take it. What makes it worse is that people act as though struggling is a personal failure. They tell us to work harder, budget better, or stop wasting money. But how much harder are people supposed to work? How many small pleasures are we expected to remove from our lives? There comes a point when the problem is not irresponsibility. The problem is that the numbers no longer make sense. A person can work full time and still be unable to afford a decent apartment. Someone can spend years gaining experience and still earn barely enough to survive. People are taking second jobs, working overtime, selling their belongings, borrowing money, and using credit cards just to cover basic expenses. That is not prosperity. That is exhaustion disguised as opportunity. I feel like the economy has turned life into one long calculation. Before I do anything, I have to ask myself whether I can afford it. Can I afford to go somewhere? Can I afford to replace something that broke? Can I afford to visit someone? Can I afford to take a day off? Can I afford to get sick? Even rest has become expensive. Taking time away from work can mean losing money that I desperately need. A vacation feels impossible. A simple night out feels irresponsible. I am expected to keep working, keep producing, and keep pretending that I am grateful, even when I feel completely drained. I look around and see people becoming quieter and more isolated. They are not going out as much. They are not starting families as easily. They are delaying marriage, children, home ownership, medical care, and education. Some people are moving back in with their parents. Others are living with several roommates well into adulthood. Many are giving up on dreams they once believed were reasonable. It is hard to feel hopeful when the future looks more expensive than the present. I wonder what I am supposed to be working toward. A house that I may never afford? A retirement that may never come? A life where one unexpected bill could destroy everything I have managed to hold on to? The system keeps telling me to plan for the future while making it nearly impossible to survive the present. I am supposed to invest, save, build credit, pay off debt, and prepare for emergencies. But with what money? After rent, groceries, utilities, and transportation, there is often very little left. Sometimes there is nothing left. I'm tired of hearing that the economy is doing well when so many people feel desperate. Statistics may say one thing, But daily life says another thing. Daily life is standing in a grocery store and putting items back because the total is too high. Daily life is avoiding the doctor because the bill might be worse than the illness. Daily life is watching rent increase while the apartment remains exactly the same. I do not need luxury. I do not expect everything to be handed to me. I just want a life where basic stability is possible. I want work to lead somewhere. I want effort to create progress instead of merely preventing disaster. I want to feel that I am building a life, not constantly defending myself from financial collapse. There is a particular kind of fatigue that comes from worrying about money every day. It follows me into every decision. It sits in the back of my mind when I try to relax. It makes the future feel threatening instead of exciting. It turns small problems into major crises because I know I may not have the resources to handle them. This economy has made survival feel like a full-time job on top of the job I already have. I am tired of constantly adjusting, sacrificing, and lowering my expectations. I am tired of pretending that living with less and less is somehow a sign of strength. Sometimes it is not strength. Sometimes it is simply what happens when a person has no other choice. I know I am not the only one who feels this way. Millions of people are silently carrying the same frustration. They are not doing everything they were told to do, yet stability keeps moving farther away. They are not lazy. They are not careless. They are worn down by a system that demands more from them while giving them less in return. I am tired, but I am also angry. Life should be more than working until I am exhausted just to pay bills and repeat the cycle. People deserve time, dignity, security, and a chance to enjoy the years they have. We should not have to earn the right to breathe. I do not want an extravagant life. I want a fair one. I want to know that if I work hard, I can afford a safe place to live, decent food, medical care, and some peace of mind. That should not be an impossible dream. It should be the foundation of a functioning society. Until something changes, I will keep trying to survive. But I will not pretend this is normal. I will not blame myself for every struggle created by an economy that has become increasingly unforgiving. I am doing the best I can in a system that never seems satisfied. And I am tired of being told that the problem is me.